your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain
I think that's the most awkward way I've ever started this live. Hi, hello, welcome to my live. My name is Sylvia and I'm visually impaired and I'm living my best life and I'm taking you guys along with me. Welcome to the Live a Little 100-day challenge, okay? I'm here every single day talking to you guys live. No editing, no scripting, nothing like that. Just me coming over here as me. And the hope is that in the 100 days of showing up here, I will be able to like get rid of the what you call them, the self-limiting beliefs. Okay, I'll be able to come on here and be myself and get the message out that I've always wanted to get out. Just talk to you guys, connect with you people, grow, all of us growing together, both like internally because I share affirmations and empowering messages, as well as growing as a community, you know, getting together, connect, all that. I think I said connect, right? But yeah, so yeah, that's it. Me here every day for 100 days. Today is day 34, okay? Day 34. We are nearly at the halfway mark and that is absolutely amazing, both on my part and your part. Like, we've grown so much. I've connected with so many of you over so many different things, so many story times I've told you guys, random pop-up lives, standing in my kitchen, in the car driving, whatever it is. I've just been showing up and we've been connecting and you guys are all amazing. So I just really want to thank you so much for all of the love, really, from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you all so much. So today is Storytime Saturday, and on Storytime Saturday I usually come on here and I tell you guys a story, okay? A story about me, usually. I feel like I want to graduate telling you guys a story about somebody else now. But yeah, so I usually would tell you a story about me or something that's happened in my life. Story time, like we all know story time, okay? So far, it has been slightly focused on the misadventures of Sylvia and her misadventures, but I think also, apart from today's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag the story I'm gonna tell you. I think what I might do is try and look for just ones with happy little endings, or sandwich, the sandwich. Something good happens, something bad happens, and then a silver lining at the end. Something good happens at the end. So we might want to do a little bit of that. Or I'll tell you about somebody else. But yeah, welcome so much. I would say welcome so much. Does that make sense? Does it make sense when I say welcome so much? I think it does. Welcome to the live. I am going to just check in real quick on the chat. I should have probably used my other phone. Actually, I've got the accessibility down a lot better on that one. This iPhone is still a struggle for me with accessibility. I'm just going to check in with you guys really quickly before I begin the story. I've lost the where's the orange thing gone? You know, on my phone there's an orange thing. Usually, like, I think it came as a transparent, like whitish colored thing, but I thought I'd make it orange and it would stand out more. But now I'm thinking I should make it yellow and like fully opaque. But the only thing is it might get in the way of other buttons and words on there. But anyway, point is, I always, for some reason nowadays, I can't seem to find the orange thing. It takes me ages to find it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, whilst I look for it, how have you been? Where are you tuning in from? How's your Saturday been? What were your Saturday plans and what are your Saturday plans? Because to be honest, it could be morning where you are, to be fair. We've had a quiet day. I don't know if in the UK, I don't know where in the world you're from, let me know, drop a flag. But it's been this, like a storm, essentially. I think, is it called Storm Dara? I think that's what it's called. So it's been windy, like all I'm hearing outside of and it's cold, it's freezing, like it's literally not going anywhere weather. But I'm sure there are some people out there who are indeed going places. We actually have like a weather warning in some areas for people to stay indoors. So honestly, if you're here and if you're in a zone where you're not supposed to be going out, please stay safe, please stay at home, and listen to me. But yeah, so that's been our day. Like, the weather's just been completely rubbish. You can't even go to the park. Even going for a walk is a myth. So we've just been in. I actually randomly went live on TikTok earlier when I was getting ready to come on here, and I did my makeup whilst live on there. I was going to say if that makes sense. Of course that makes sense. So I got ready a lot earlier in the evening. Like, it was late evening. Okay, not late evening. What's late evening? Early evening is what I meant to say. It was like 6 o'clock-ish. And yeah, that was fun. That was really fun too. I think I'm getting too used to just randomly jumping on these platforms and being, hey, let's have a chat. But yeah. And then we had, oh my gosh, we had the yummiest dinner. Oh my gosh, I feel like I should go and eat again now. Like, just thinking about it now makes me want to go and eat again. We had what did we have? It was just regular rice and oxtail, and oh my gosh, the way it slapped. Just think about it now, I just want to go back and eat again. But yeah, so that's us. That's my day. Did I do anything else really? Yeah, no, that's it. Just hung around with the family and ate. And hung around and ate and did a live and ate. Okay, let me just, I think I found the orange button. So I'm just gonna, nope, I haven't found it. Oh, there it is. I found it, guys. So I'm just gonna check in with you guys in the chat. How's your Saturday been? Drop a flag, where you're tuning in from. Oh yeah, I should get into the habit of doing audio descriptions of myself. Okay, so wait, let me check in the chat, because I don't know if you guys know what audio description is, but it's basically what visually impaired people use to kind of get a full view of what's happening in a video or in a setting. So the way I would audio describe what's happening here or what you're watching is, I'm a woman. There is a woman. Wait, no, how would I do it? Okay, I would introduce myself and say, my name is Sylvia, I'm a woman, I'm wearing a chocolate brown two-piece knitted, I don't know what to call it, cord, okay, it's a cord, and it's a bit like loungewear, but it's also, you can go out in it, like it does both, and I love it. I love this outfit. It's warm and it's cute. Okay, we're gonna live in this the whole winter. If I have to go somewhere, I'm wearing it. But anyway, back to my description. I have blonde multi-tonal boho braids. If you don't know what that is, I don't know. It's braids and they're kind of wavy, okay, and they're blonde and they're very long. And then what else? I'm wearing makeup. I'm seated on a chair in my living room. Yeah, in my living room. I've got a YouTube fluorescent light behind me, which might be visible, and some plants behind me as well. Some greenish leafy plants behind me. There is a microphone next to me, and it is on a long arm. Yeah, and that's it. I think that's all I need to describe. So yeah, if that would be what I should be doing in each live, just describing myself. And I think it would be really, really good if even other creators would do that, But yeah, okay. Focus, Sylvia. focus. Let me say hello to you guys. Okay. So, oh, I've lost the orange thing again. Do you know what it is? There's so much brown. Like I'm wearing chocolate. There's orange on the picture behind me. So it's just blending in. About can I donate $500 of my parents' money? I won't tell them. I don't know. To whom? Are you giving it to charity? I wouldn't do that if I was you. So Nichols says, hi girly, hi, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Let's see. Zami, hi Zami. Let's see, who else is in here? Shabam, hi Shabam. Freed. Do you know what? When I said drop a flag, I kind of sabotaged myself because now it's like, what is that flag? I don't know what the flag is, but thank you. Thank you, Freed, for joining the live. Maybe you can just write what country you're in, or city, or town, or something. I don't know. Let's see. We have I'm Beloved. Hi, thanks for joining the live. Okay, that's an interesting challenge. Enjoy that. To each his own. Let's see who we have. Okay. Oh, okay. Enjoy walking. What is it? Waking challenge. Just staying awake. Okay, that's nice. I love my sleep, so I love my sleep. I know it sounds a bit like contradictory because I'm up here at past midnight, but I love my sleep. Hi Rui, thank you for joining. Hi, how are you? I haven't heard from you for 3 days. Okay, no, it's not 3 days. Thank you so much for joining the live today. It's nice to see you. Okay, I can't. It's a name in another language, so yeah, so the person says good morning, it's 9 o'clock in okay, it's past midnight. What time is it here? It is 12:23 in the UK. So in Japan it's probably 9:30, 9:23 by now. So hi, hello from Japan. I mean, hello Japan. Wait. Let's see. So okay. Hi Vladdy, I think is your name. Hi Vlad, thanks for joining the live. Oh gosh, I've accidentally scrolled away. Okay, we can do this, we can find it. I'm just gonna bring it closer to my face so I can try and figure out what's happening. Okay, do you know what? I should actually, okay, I've made it back to where I was. Hi Maud, thanks Maud for joining. Oh gosh, okay, found it. I found where I was. Okay, so then next we have CNCV. Oh, okay, am I? Cool. Let's see. Where is the weather warning? Mr. RWS, the weather warning is in I think Wales, and do you know what? I didn't even really watch the news like that, but I know there's some weather warnings in some areas. I think in some areas of Wales and southwest of England altogether. Okay, but don't quote me. Go and research, do the Googles. I think Google will tell you exactly where. But yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you've just checked my shorts and I'm blind. Yes, I am. No comment. Let's see. Okay. Oh gosh. Sorry, something random came up on here. Somebody asks, is your hair real? Pull on it, please. It's braids. It's braids. Are you familiar with braids? Because that's what they are. It's braids, extension braids, basically. Let's see. Okay. Hi. Okay, do you know what? There's so many in here, I can barely keep up. Okay. Let's see. Simon, hi. Hi Simon, thanks for joining the live. Hi Slick, thanks for joining. Right? Right? Some of the chats here are crazy. Right? You can hear me trying to censor it. Like I'm scrolling like almost meditating over here. Like people, yeah, some of you guys. Okay, let's see. Let's have people like you fill it up. Like say loads more things, Slick and Rui. And all the rest of you just saying hi nicely. Okay, where are you from? I am from the UK. That's where I'm from. Okay, is anything real about you? I don't understand that question. I do not understand that question. Okay, let's see. Oops, I've accidentally gone back to the beginning. Okay, here we are. Okay. Please stand. No, thank you. I will not be standing. Hossein Mess says Somali. Is that where you're from? Are you Somali? Are you from Somalia? Or Somaliland, actually, because there's Somaliland and Somalia. Oh, do you mean I'm Somali? Close. Do you know what? I actually happen to be a Somali also. Yeah, I'm Kenyan though, but I happen to also be Somali. It's a long story. I'll probably make a video about it one of these days. But yeah, I do actually. If you mean me, then you're right. You're not too far off. Let's see, what else do we have here? Actually, do you know what? I actually have had several people approach me and speak to me in Somali, thinking that I would understand what they're saying. Where it's like, sorry, what? And one of my oldest, closest friends as well. That's how we met. Like she just saw me from across the room and came up to me and started talking to me, and it was in Somali, and I was like, pardon? Then she was like, are you not Somali? I was like, no, I'm not. But yeah, we ended up being really close friends after that. So yeah, shout out you, girl. I'm not gonna say your name, but shout out you. Fortnite. Okay. There you go. I can say Fortnite. Okay. Hey, Steph Curry. Steph Curry. Fascinating name. Hey. Let's see. We have. Good morning. Good morning, Ravi. It seems like it's morning for you where you are. Let's see. You'll need glasses soon. No, well, thanks for the advice, Landy. But I cannot use glasses because I don't have a prescription for glasses. I'm actually visually impaired. And just to explain as well, because I know I do say I'm visually impaired and blind all the time, but it can be quite confusing if you're new to me, if you haven't come across me before. So I'm totally blind in one eye, and then the eye that I do use, because you can see me reading the phone, is I have just 5% vision left in it, so it's basically like really blurry, especially around the outer edges. And then yeah, it's just really blurry, and then I can just see a bit. So if I magnify things, if I've always said, if everything in life was like, I don't know, 20 times bigger or so, then I should be I should be able to see it, right? But it's not. So I have to just magnify everything to as much as I need it to. And also, I've found that looking through my phone has been really helpful. So anything I need to see, if I look through my phone and I zoom in, I'm able to make out what it is anyway. I was going to say what it fully is, but not quite. Just about manage, basically. But yeah, I have 5% eyesight in one eye and I cannot use glasses. I'm past using glasses. I used to wear glasses. Okay. Is it because I was holding my phone really close? Okay. Bye, Hossein. Okay, let's see. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Can we get a close up of your eyes? Why is that? Can they get a close up of my eyes? No, it's not possible. There is no lizard on my back wall, thank you. Or maybe, unless, is there a lizard in my painting? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a lizard there. Okay, oh my gosh, yeah! There's no lizard. Are there no lizards here? There are no lizards in the UK. Wait, if I went into like the what is it called? Not the country, the wilderness type place. Country park. Let's call it country park. Or the woods. There wouldn't be no lizards? Now do you know what? I'm thinking I'm not wow, okay. But I can't even rely on what I have or haven't seen because maybe there was one and I never saw one. I don't know. But yeah. Okay. No lizards here. Okay. I keep losing this orange thing. I'm going to try and put it somewhere where there's a lot of white background so I can find it quicker. There, that's better. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if you're able to see it. Hopefully you can. On the top right, what side is that? On the top right, there's like a circle orange thing with I think it's circle and orange, and maybe it has some pointer things. It looks a bit like a compass, and that's what I'm using because sorry, Mike, because I touch it like, let me see if I can show you if it behaves. So I touch it like that, and it zooms in, and I can move left and right, trying to read what you guys are showing me. But yeah. Tell me you're visually impaired without telling me you're visually impaired. I'll bump into everything, and I've just learned to not be embarrassed about it. It's fine. So you from Eritrea? No, I'm not, Landy. I'm from Kenya. I'm East African, so I'll just say I'm East African. I was born in Kenya, and my heritage is Kenyan. But I've learned recently that I'm East African altogether. So yeah.
Let ask you a good question.
Where is it?
You go to look at it.
Okay, I'm making my way. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Fortnite. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, keep phone a bit more away. Well, yeah, I guess I answered you. Where is the question? It might be easier if you just read it to me because I'm trying to find my way.
Okay. Sleep was asking.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, I think I might have found it. Is it the one after come to India? We've got good eye surgeons here.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've heard, actually just to answer the India one, I've heard it's been an option in before, and I am in good care where I am, basically, let's put it that way. Okay, so Slick is asking, what about your personality has changed from when you had vision versus now, do you think? What about my personality has changed? Do you know, I talked about it. It was yesterday, wasn't it? That's so funny. I talked about it yesterday. I think what I have, because my eyesight has gone up and down throughout my life from childhood to adulthood. Like I had a time period in childhood when my eyesight was very bad, and then obviously I had surgery, and then it was not so bad. It was better. But I think what changed after that, from that point on in childhood, is that I kind of pulled back from people. I used to be, I don't know how I am now. Like, I think I'm somewhere in between the two, but I used to be someone who would be, you go into, I don't know, let's say you go into a party, run to the center and start dancing and entertaining everybody and whatever. Like my first day of nursery, my mom went to pick me up and found me singing and dancing for everybody, like in front of the crowd. Like, yeah, I was just performing for everyone. And everyone was clapping, including the teachers. instead of just sitting down and waiting to be picked up at the end of the day. So that was me before the, I guess, the sight loss, right? So after my eyesight went down, still in childhood, I drew back. I started staying more quiet and being more I kept more to myself, and I didn't really socialize as much. I didn't really engage with people as much, or children really, even grown-ups. But I did stay where the grown-ups are. If it was at home, let's say, I would stay where the grown-ups are mostly, because I think that's where I felt the most safe. So yeah, like after that, when I had the eye surgery, which enabled me to have enough vision to go through life, like I was okay. I was actually pretty good, and I had glasses as well. I still kept that, like I still kept to myself. I just preferred to stay quiet. Like if it's break time, I'd stay in and read a book. That was me. I worked my way through so many books, but yeah, like that's what has changed about me basically. I keep more to myself. I'm more of an introvert, and I think I would say in my late teens. I always say early teens. That's not what I meant. I meant late teens, which is the time period actually. I'm doing story time today, which is what I'm going to talk to you guys about. It's what happened is I kind of came out of my shell a little bit more. It's literally coming out of my shell. You know that term that people use? Literally, that's what it felt like. I think I somehow maybe found myself, or found what I like, refound myself, rediscovered myself, if that makes sense, brought out the more vivacious side of me, right? But then what happened after that is that my eyesight went down again, and so back to being a recluse, back to being keeping to myself for the most part. I definitely have social anxiety. Like I really, really, really get nervous, or even nervous to the point of anxious, when I walk into a room and I don't know who's there. Maybe only the person next to me, I know they're there, because I think it's kind of like growing up with just a low vision altogether. I really don't like walking into a room and not knowing who's there, because I don't want people to think that I'm not respecting them, if that makes sense. And that's coming from my African roots, right? I don't want people to think I'm not acknowledging them. Oh my God, get the words out. I'm not acknowledging them because I don't have any respect for them or whatever. So it makes me nervous thinking, see, I'm even nervous now because I just thought about panic. Can't get my words out. But yeah, so I think that's what has happened to my personality. However, I've also become, I would say in the past few years, I've also become more resilient and more, is that part of a personality or is that just a characteristics altogether? But I've become more interested in finding the positive side of things. Okay, let's put it that way, because I was very, very, like I had dry humor, very sarcastic, very just, I'm trying to remember what the word is, but yeah, just someone who doesn't laugh a lot, okay? I didn't laugh a lot, and I didn't find too many things funny, but I was also very nice, if that makes sense, at the same time. Like my humor was just dry and everything, but yeah, that's what has changed about me. Like I'm a lot more bubbly. Which is a weird thing, like to think something technically that's bad would happen and it would make someone happier. So I don't know where the logic is, but that's what has basically happened to me. I haven't really sat down and examined why that is, apart from maybe just something happening and me not wanting it to get in my way, not wanting it to take over and stop me from doing what I want to do and that sort of thing, like not wanting it to swallow me up. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
Still from sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard people are sometimes overbearing in public, like trying to help without asking or making sure you're okay with it fast, etc. Have you ever experienced this?
Yeah, I have actually. I'll tell you two experiences. I'll tell you a good one and one that wasn't good. So I was training to use my long cane, and it was just basically in my regular area, basically, like an area that I'm already used to. So I knew where I was and I knew what I was doing. But as I was about to cross the road, like I had my long cane, it was open and everything. I could hear a car and it was right in front of me, and the person came out of the car and came up to me and tried to help me across the road. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Like, he was literally pulling me along to like, oh, come on, no, come on, I'll help you across the road. I'm like, no, because I'm fine. I have awareness of where I am. I know where, like, there's a car there. But if you're now taking me, then I'm now depending on you, and I don't want that. I want to be able to rely on myself. And in the same day as well, somebody else came and like pulled me along and picked up my cane like out from off the ground and like, you know, started pulling me along. Not nice. It feels really it's really annoying, okay, for a want of a better word. It's really annoying because it feels like someone's invading your personal space and you kind of feel like you're a thing and not really a person. But yeah, a good experience was, there was one time, where was I going? I'm not sure where I was going. I might have been going home or somewhere. I don't know where I was going. But the train I was in got diverted. And it was at a station that I had never been to. And I was so anxious because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get to where I'm going? So I came out of the train. I was like, okay, because everyone's coming out. And then I started trying to look around. I had my little monocular. I tried to use it to read, like, you know, sometimes another skill that a lot of blind people have is like, or low vision people. You follow the flow of the crowd, and when you get to a point where you're no longer sure where you are, where you're going, that's when now you start trying to look around. So I followed the flow of the crowd, and then it got to a point where everyone was going in their own directions. I'm like, oh, okay, so now I have to figure out where it is that I need to go. So yeah, that's when I pulled out my monocular and I'm trying to look around. I'm trying to find like signs somewhere. I'm trying to find staff member, something, right? And someone came up to me from, I don't know where she materialized from, if I'm honest with you, but she was to my right side when she first made contact, and she didn't touch me. She just spoke to me from over there. She was like, hi, you okay? I was like, I was so relieved, by the way, when she asked. So relieved. I was like, oh, thank God. Because I don't even know how to find somebody. But yeah, so yeah, I basically told her, yeah, I'm just trying to find where I'm going. She's like, oh, where are you going? I was like, I just need to get to this station. And then she said, okay, well, I'm going there too. So if you just come along with me, I'll take you there. And then she was like, do you need an arm? Do you need an arm to hold? I was like, oh no, thank you, I'm fine, I'll just follow you. That's it. And she was like, okay. And then she just walked somewhere within the vicinity of where I was walking, and it was fine. And we walked there nicely. And once we got to the platform, she didn't need to hang about me. She literally just went off somewhere. I don't know where she went. Like, she might have been 3 steps away from me because it was crowded. But yeah, so that's two experiences I've had, like, or two types of experiences that I've had. And I think it's a case of, clearly that person had some experience, some lived experience of that situation of dealing with someone who's visually impaired, or she learned somewhere, or I don't know, like she knows, basically she knew what to do, and she was respectful, and she still gave me left me with my independence and my dignity, which is amazing. So yeah, that was a long tangent, but yeah, that was 2 different ways that I've had two experiences in public, I guess, with people and how they deal with me. So on the one hand, there's people who probably they just don't know what to do, they just don't know, and so they think they need to pull me along. And then there's other people who know what to do. But I would say, if you're not sure, just don't touch somebody. Like, would you go and touch a random person that you don't know? Would you go and pull them along? Just think of it that way. We're people. We don't really need, it's like someone with who's on a wheelchair. You wouldn't just go and start pushing them as well. Some people try to do that, and you shouldn't. You should actually talk to that person and see if they need any help and whatever. And if they want the help, okay, if they want the support and so on and so forth, and they can tell you how you can help them as well. But yeah, you guys, I have a story time to tell you. So what I will do is I will start the story. So today's story, how long have I been on here? I was trying not to do this. I was trying not to come on here and get distracted and talk so much and then end up doing the story somewhere in the middle, getting lost in the source. But here we are. You guys are all very engaging and I love it. Thank you so much for saying hi and all the lovely messages in the chat and just engaging. Thank you. But yeah, so on to the story time, okay? But I think I'll take a sip of water before I begin, if I can find it. Can I find my bottle? Oh my God, where did I place it? Oh, nearly dropped it. Okay, so I'm just going to take a sip of water, a mini break, and then I'm going to start the story time. Tell you, I've got some warm water here because it's freezing. Like the weather is freezing and I'm just not interested in catching any colds or anything for that matter. I am not catching anything. So warm water it is for me. Okay, so today's story time. Back to the position I was in before I knock other things over. Oh, there's a message in here. Hang on. Okay. So, today I wanted to talk to you guys, basically tell you guys about, my university experience. And spoiler alert, it didn't last very long. It did not last very long. But yeah, so like for most people, university is like a fun experience, a wonderful experience, stressful experience, but also fun. Something that's, like a time period that's full of fond memories of all the struggles that you had, but also of all the good times that you had. People make lifelong friends, or maybe they meet their lifelong partner, and so on and so forth. Fine, well and good. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, as some people would say. No, so yeah, I did manage, like I'll start slightly further back, and it's honestly not such a long story because like I just said, it didn't last very long. So I got through my education. I mentioned yesterday how I got through my earlier education, and that was by other students in my class helping me out by maybe writing down my notes for me, or just telling me what's on the board, essentially. Like they would write down their notes a bit bigger and then I'd go and copy it. And then when I got a little bit older, then there was just my friends who would sit with me in the class and they would fill me in on what's on the board. I can tell you, I don't think my notes were ever that comprehensive for that reason. Like I was probably missing out on quite a bit. Like if it's not in a book, because the book is right next to me, if it's on the board, then yeah, I was probably missing out on quite a bit. I always was seated. I was always assigned like a special seat, at the front of the class that nobody was allowed to sit on it, just because if everyone has free reign of where they can sit, I might walk in and maybe I'm 10 people behind and all the seats at the front have been taken over, and then I totally cannot keep up with the class. So it would usually be like, okay, I sit here and then everyone else can fill up all the seats that they want to, like do what they want basically. So yeah, and then sometimes also I think they assigned us seats just because that's where they want to separate you from people. Not me, I wasn't the chatty ones, but to separate the chatty people so they can focus on their work. So that was another way that they did things, and they would buddy me up with somebody who was I would say another quiet person who would be helpful. Let's put it that way, like another just supportive person. I think this method, whilst it was, I guess I felt okay with it at the time because I'm a kid and I don't necessarily want to be so like separated, or so I don't know, like it felt okay having somebody next to me that is a friend, and I could ask them, oh, what's happening here, oh, what's going on with this, oh, that sort of thing, oh, what did they write over there, what formula was that was written, I missed that, because they're like, oh, and then you divide x by, and then they're quiet and it's like, what did they write But so that's basically how my education went. In the earlier times, the teachers would actually ask other students to write down their notes differently so I can copy it. Later on, I would end up being buddied up with a friend or someone who I was okay with in class, let's put it that way. And then, yeah, like I carried on. Fine, education, did everything. Went to college. Now, college was a bit of a mixed bag because I ended up having to go to college, and I went. Luckily, I met one of my friends from that I went to school with. Ended up going to that college with me, so we were doing the same exact course. Luckily, as well. What are the odds? So yeah, it was fine. Like, she was there, she would help me. And then the other friends that we made, she kind of put them on game, as it were. So I was like, okay, if we're going to sit at the back of the class, then, you know, we need to make sure that that Sylvia's got this and this and this and this. Like, the notes are like this and this and this. Like, we're not just hanging about, because they're fine. They're keeping up with what's going on the board. But me, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so I had lovely friends who supported me as well through the college thing. And I'm saying all this to drive a point home, which I'm going to say at the end. Like, you see how I'm saying friends, 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 classmates, 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 and so on and so forth. So fine. Passed my course really well, applied to university as any student or person at that age would, because that was the goal. Got into all of them. But for some reason, okay, I applied, I lived in London, I still do. And I think I applied for one university in London, but it was so far, I'd still have to move to go and stay there. To go to that uni, like it was quite a trek. And then where was the other one? I think another one might have been somewhere towards the north. I'm not sure. To be honest, I can't remember. And then there was another one that was in Cambridge. And please tell me why. Why did I pick the one in Cambridge? Why didn't I just go to the one in London? Why didn't I just go to the one in London and just be closer to home? Anyway, so I picked the one that was in Cambridge, and that required moving at the very, very last minute, because I didn't do the application early on. Like, I did it literally through, is it called clearing? I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that time there, like around late July, I think June, somewhere there. So yeah, I had to organize myself very last minute. And when I say I mean, like, my whole family was involved. Like, my mom was literally helping me out, plan everything. So we had to go and look at different houses, like student houses. And oh my God, you know, when you come from your home, like your home with your parents, to why are student houses so dirty? Like, that actually gave me stress. That really stressed me out. Like, it really stressed me out touring all the different, like, student houses, like, just looking at why are there so many dishes? Like, I became like how my mom would be like, get up and wash the dishes. Why are the dishes in the sink? So literally, it's like, why are there so many dishes in the sink? Who used them? Why is they're overspilling? They're all across the sides. There was one house I remember we went to, and somebody hadn't flushed the toilet. Why? Why did somebody actually go and use the toilet and leave it there, a whole grown-up adult person? Somebody hadn't flushed the toilet. So obviously, this whole going around to all these different houses, I think I just picked the best pick out of a not very good bag, in my opinion, because I came from my family home that I spent at least 2 days out of the week cleaning top to bottom. Okay, so it was nice and clean. I always made sure, like, the dishes are washed, everything is in order, right? Like, this is the environment I was used to being in, and I participated actively in making sure it stays that way, like things are good. To that mess. Like, to people who don't even prioritize flushing the toilet. Anyway, I moved to one of the houses, and it was the cleanest out of all of them. But also, I think we considered logistics, because also, again, like my mom also loves this whole, like, she's not going to let me go somewhere that's messy or whatever. Like, that's really important. Hygiene is really important, honestly. So she made sure I'm going somewhere that I'm going to be okay and comfortable and stuff. I got a room that was like, I would have preferred a room with a bathroom, but they just didn't have that. So the room that I got was one of the larger ones, and it had a sink in it at the very least. So at least, I had a sink. So, but I had to share the bathroom, which was anyway. So we picked that one because it was closer to my uni. It was kind of clean. It was okay. At least I could go and cook over there and feel a bit more comfortable. It was a bit more spacious. And I think it had less people in the house as well. Sorry. So yeah, moved in, everything's fine. So first of all, before even moving in, did I move in first? I think I'd moved in already, or maybe it was the first day of moving in. And then, they have those days where you first go to your lessons. It's not necessarily, it's for freshers, but it's not necessarily your actual lesson or lecture, really. It was for you to go in there and get to know where you're going to be going and learn, find out. Is it induction? To be honest, I can't even remember what it was called, but yeah, we sat there, went to all the different like lectures. My mom was there as well, taking me to all these things. She came with me and took me to the first bit, and she was like, "You're gonna be okay here?" Yeah, okay. So she left me. Did she leave me with one? No, I gave her my suitcase. I think that was the day I was supposed to move, actually. So I had like a little suitcase with me. I really wish I'd managed to get a room within the university halls. Like, I think it would have really made a huge difference to my experience in terms of even knowing what services are there, what's available, what to do, that sort of thing. But I'll get into that. So my mom leaves me in the first room, right? And I'd actually gone to do psychosocial studies. Like, I'm a humanities girl, love psychology, love sociology. Like, that's my boo. So I'd gone into one of the rooms, I probably sat right at the back, or like really close to the back. I don't know why. I don't know anybody in this room. Okay. At this point, I don't think I'd realized just how little I could actually see. I had glasses. I was wearing glasses, by the way. I still had a prescription glasses. But I don't think I realized how little I could see. And this is why I was explaining before about how my school had been from day one up until this point. As you can see, I was wrapped around with, first of all, not all of them, some teachers that understood the assignment, okay, and students that also supported me willingly. I don't know about the other ones. I don't know about in much younger days when they had to write their notes. I don't know how they felt about it. And again, I have questions and qualms about that. Like, it really should just be a staff member to do these things. But like, I was supported even when things weren't. Nobody had written anywhere visually impaired, nothing. It wasn't written anywhere. I didn't have any certificates or certifications. It was just that I wear glasses. I am in treatment for my eyes, and so my eyesight is not great. And that's it. And they supported me, and I had friends who understood, and they supported me. So going somewhere new, nobody knows me. None of the lecturers know me. None of the students know me. Okay, none of them. Like, nobody would know what it is that I'm trying to deal with, or what I'm coping with, what it is that I might need. And I think I got there and I panicked because I didn't even know how to speak up for myself at that point. Like, now I would, okay? Now I would. But back then, I think I kind of blamed it on myself. Like, but I'm wearing glasses. Like, what's wrong? I should be able to see. Like, okay, I should be able to tick the register. I should be able to, I don't know, see see. Okay. So yeah, I did not feel very confident in there at all, and I'm sure there are like probably 20 or 30 other students in there who did not feel very comfortable for whatever their own reasons might be, maybe social reasons, maybe new environment, that sort of thing. Nobody is comfortable in the first year or the first few days at least, but I feel like I had a lot more baggage in a way that I was carrying, and I just didn't really address it. I did not address it. So anyway, as I was saying, mom leaves me in one of the rooms. We finish in that one. I do that thing where you follow the flow of the crowd because we're all going to a next place, the next room rather, all together before we break up for a few minutes, and then we go back to another one, right? So it was like induction. We're just going from one room to another, and then we'd be released early and go off and have lunch and organize ourselves for the actual start of the lectures, probably over the next week or something. I don't even remember what day it was. So we go over to the next room. Everything's fine. I'm still not really talking to anybody. I haven't really approached anybody, and nobody has approached me, so I'm just minding my own business. I'm probably very closed off at this point because I'm panicking. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to survive this? How am I going to do this? Without people, without knowing anybody, and I guess not being there for some of the induction as well, just not being in the halls and stuff, having that sense of community of all of you are going out whatever first years, you're all going to the same university, you're all looking at the same services. That would have really helped, but I didn't have that. I was in a whole house with other students who go to whatever other, like if student houses, and people could be going to any uni in the area because there's so many universities and campuses and stuff. So yeah, didn't have a starting point is what I wanted to say. I didn't really have a starting point for a connection with anybody there. So yeah, we went to the next room. That went fine. And then we were released and we were told, okay, come back in 5 to 10 minutes and we're going to go to not this room, but another room in such and such building. In such and such building, okay? Hold on to that part. So we go for a break. I go and sit down by myself. Like, remember I mentioned I had retreated from everybody. Unless I'm with my friends who are people that understood me, I didn't really talk to anybody else. And that went for even in school. Like, I didn't really talk to anybody else apart from my close circle of friends, and they're the only ones who really knew me for me. So I went and sat by myself, which is very okay for me. I was so okay. I was very okay. Like, even until today, I'm so happy by myself, completely content being by myself. So waited out the time, checked the time. Okay, time to go. I think I had a book I read or something. I don't know. I was just happily by myself. So then it was time to go and look for that room, right, in that building. At least I knew where the building was because I'd gone for the tour. Okay, I'd gone for the tour of the campus. So I went to the building. I couldn't find the room because I don't know where the numbers of the lecture halls were or the labels. I think they were somewhere, not on the door, but they were like somewhere in that particular building. They were somewhere on the wall, but like high up, not on the door itself, somewhere near the door on the wall, high up. So obviously I couldn't find them. I just couldn't find it. Okay. So I went to all the different rooms. And Sylvia, why are you not asking a staff member? Why are you not telling them, hey, I'm new. I'm meant to go to such and such a room. Do you know where it is? Why? I didn't do that. And honestly, I can't tell you why I didn't do that. Well, I guess I can tell you, I just didn't want anybody to know that I'm struggling. So I walked around, couldn't find it. In comes social anxiety. So all I wanted to do was just to get out of there. And I did. I left. So I left and I was like, you know what? I'm just leaving. I can't, like, I don't need to do all this. I'll come back next week and do lectures. This is not necessary. So I left. And when I was walking past one of the cafes, like, I think I went to look for how to get to the student halls or whatever. So I went to look for that, and I was walking past one of the cafes or whatever, and I hear my mom calling me. I hear my mom calling me. That's Sylvia. And she was like, what's happening? Where are you going? What's going on? And I just basically said, we're done. Like, we're done. I don't really need to be in there. And then she was like, and then I just said, okay, I can't find the class that we're supposed to go to, but can we just leave, because I don't need to be doing all this. Like, can we just leave, and then I'll come back on Monday and do, the lectures from day one and everything. Like, I've done the tour. This isn't necessary. I don't know, for whatever reason, she just said, all right then, okay. So we left, right? But because I didn't like follow through on that day, I think after that, like, I went and walked around the uni a few times to try and find all the different rooms that I will need to go to. And I did for all of my lectures, and I did, right? And I went to the lectures, okay, when they started, only to find that we had to tick our names on the register. And I went to look at the register before I left, and first of all, the teacher said it's over here. That make sure you tick yourself on the register. It's over here. Tick your name, whatever. Mark your name on the register. It's over here. So again, I followed the flow of the crowd, and where everyone was queuing up, I queued up. And when it was time to tick my name, I realized I can't see the list. I cannot see this register. The print was teeny tiny, puny, teeny tiny. It was, I don't know what that print, it's like the print you'd see on the back, the information print of something. Maybe. Or maybe it was bigger, it was just me, like maybe, I don't know. But I was wearing glasses, I had varifocals, like my glasses were supposed to work for this, and they didn't. So long story short, I went to all those lectures like that. I didn't really see what was on the board. I muddled my way through it, and then eventually I just had to leave. I think I left in the second semester. And when my mum asked me, so what happened there? What was going on? What's the problem? And I just said, you know what? I couldn't see the register. And she was like, that's it? I couldn't see the board. Again, that's it? They have help for that. You could just ask the student support people. They have help for that. They can, and then they can give, like, they have support, like student support for students with disabilities. They have computers they supply, all the equipment basically that students need, which I know now. They had all that. But I think after all that happened, I just wasn't, maybe, I don't know, I hadn't accepted it, maybe hadn't accepted what was happening, couldn't believe it, wasn't sure, didn't know what's going on. But to cut a long story short, because I told you it's not a long story, I then went to my eye doctors, because I told my mom I can't see. She was like, make sure you go to your next appointment, and I did, because they would book appointments. Sometimes I would go, sometimes I wouldn't. I hadn't gone for a bit. So when I went to this appointment, we finished, went through the usual routine, and that's when the doctor said to me, by the way, are you registered blind yet? And I was like, am I? What? What? Am I supposed to be? This is in my head, like this is me processing my head. Like obviously I wasn't doing all those dramatics out loud, because again, remember, I was just saying I was a very calm and dry humor type of person. So I just probably looked like blank or confused or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But in my head, I'm like, am I blind? Like, what do you mean? Why would I be registered blind? But out loud, all I just said was, no. And like my doctor just went to me, okay, so you should be registered, you need to be registered. So what we're going to do is, like, I think I might have asked, what's that? What do you mean by that? And they just said, okay, so I'm just going to sign this document for you, because according to your eyesight, you need to be registered as blind. And literally looking at that form, I still have it today. It's called a CVI. I don't think I really understood what just happened there, because I was fine also, I thought, all this time. And I was just talking about my education as well all those years. Like, I thought, I just wear glasses. I just need to wear my glasses. I just need to get the new prescription of glasses. I just, but at what point exactly did it go from that to I need to be registered blind? Did I really need to be registered blind from day one then? Was I supposed to be sight impaired at the very least from day one? What would have happened with my trajectory, with my education, with my choices in life had I known this one little fact? Like, let's say, for example, I'd been registered before, maybe before college or even in college, right? And then I applied to go to the university and they were made aware of this because I'm aware of this. Maybe I may not have known what I needed to do because of it, but if they're made aware of this, then they would hopefully. I've heard other stories actually from people, like literally you let the school know and they still don't even really do much. They don't really support you, but that's another story for another day. Like I know a couple blind people who have gone through university, and so I think what I might do one of these days is get one or two of them on here and like really talk to them about how their experience has been. I actually know one person who I really, really would like for her to come on here and talk to you guys. So let's keep our fingers crossed and let's cross everything that she is able to find time to come and talk to you guys. But yeah, she's just, anyway, point is, I know some people who have gone through like a up and down experience with university and with education altogether and being visually impaired and, you know, the support and everything. But I think also at the same time, if you are aware, if you know at least if you know that you don't think that you just have bad eyesight, then it would have really helped, you know. So I think communication on the doctor's part with me and maybe, I don't know, with my guardian, my parents, it would have really been helpful at this point, just to kind of navigate the roads or the paths in the world, like school, life, everything. But yeah, that was my uni experience in a nutshell. Didn't last very long. That was it. But what I really wanted to say about that as well is that just knowing what it is that you need is really important. Like just being aware of your whole situation, just finding out what your rights are. It really, really helps in terms of if you want to chase your dreams, if you want to be someone, be something, do something, whatever it is you're imagining. I think, you know, whatever disability you have, and I'm gonna say for me as well with my sight loss, with my sight impairment, you know, whichever way you want to look at it, it has been a journey, definitely a roller coaster, up and down. I have gone through times where I can see enough to feel like I'm the same as everybody else in terms of how we can all see, like figuring out the world around us, and then getting to now where I'm definitely sharply aware, okay, of just how much I'm not able to see. Okay. But it's also a good thing to be aware of that, because then you know you need to do something different, you need to do things a bit differently, you need to make adaptations, you need to do this, that and the other. So like right now I'm just doing a little course. It's not uni. I'm doing a little course, and in the course, like before I started, I kind of knew what I needed so that I'm able to to keep up, that's the word, to keep up, to know what's happening within the course, to know what's being taught to me, to absorb the information, and to even do my work as well. So far it has been a good experience. It's not easy, it's tough. But with my equipment that I've got now, would have been really helpful, by the way, back then, and the knowledge that I have as well of what it is that I need to get to where I need to be, or what it is that I need to study, to work, to do X, Y, and Z, anything really. It's really, really helpful. So yeah, like I'm optimistic now. Like maybe it was a sandwich. Maybe today's story was a sandwich. Like a good thing happened, I got into uni. A bad thing happened, ooh, I couldn't see, and I was registered blind. And then a good thing happened, oh well, got over it, and now I know what to do. You live and you learn. So maybe that's a sandwich story. But yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know if I have anything much else to add to, like, unless anyone had any questions. But I think I really also need to get somebody else who's been through the whole of the university process. Like, I know people who have started and had to stop and then gone back, kind of like what I did, but I didn't go back, and had to go back a few times and struggled, and and this is somebody who knows their rights and their needs and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna see what is on here. Oops, accidentally swiped away. Not me swiping away every time I look down. So there's a few things in the chat here. Not my throat starting now. So I'm gonna try and see what's in the chat and then like answer. I'm not sure what that was referring to. Someone said it will, don't worry. Okay. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Let's see. I'm using my accessibility on my phone, by the way, to try and read the screen here. So it's going to take me a little while to work my way through. Ah, Stuart, hi. Welcome to the live. Thanks for joining the live. Stuart says, I guess once you were accepted in a category, i.e. registered as blind, means you officially belonged to something. If I can find it. Which was certain and known. Yeah, right, exactly. Like, I think once I was registered, it helped me figure out a lot about myself that maybe I hadn't thought about or I didn't know. So yeah, definitely. Once they registered me, it did help me a lot in terms of navigating life. Eventually, like at first it's a shock, and at first, for most people could tell you who have been registered blind later on in life, or not, not as necessarily a child, it's a journey, and it's not even straightforward. It's not something, one day it all clicks and it's like, oh, that makes so much sense from today henceforth. Do you know what I mean? It's something that is something you have to actually work through yourself and accept as well. So yeah, between being registered and really now, it has been such a journey, and a lot of it has been a journey of not really addressing it. A lot of it has been a journey of not really addressing it, but until I guess it got to the point where it is now, which is like, okay, it's painfully obvious now. Something's got to give, something's got to change. So yeah. Let's see. Okay. Hi. Do you know I can't read? I can't read that name. It's like interesting letters and whatnot.
Hello to the guy from Ukraine, lady or gentleman from Ukraine.
Ah, okay. Hi, how are you? I think, is that the Ukraine flag? Yeah, okay. Hi, thank you for joining the live. Thank you so much for joining the live. I've accidentally pushed it back now. Oh gosh. Okay, how do I get back to the...
Suleiman came in today again.
Oh, hi Suleiman. Thank you for joining the live. I'll take questions. If you have questions, I will answer them. I don't know if you heard this story. If you had any questions about my story time, about the education process as a visually impaired person, and then having to be registered blind at the end of it all, to really figure out like, oh, okay, that's what the problem was. So yeah, any questions you have about that. And yeah, definitely I'll definitely need to get somebody on here to come and talk to you guys about their experience with education in the UK with vision impairment. So yeah, and work as well. I think someone should come on here and talk about work and the work search and all that. I can do that, and I will, but I think it's great to have somebody else's perspective as well. So yeah, because there's my experience and then there's other people's experience too, which would be amazing. Is there something else I'm missing in here? I feel like there's things I've scrolled past. Hang on, let me see if I can.
It's Suleiman's birthday.
Oh, how come I can't see those messages? Hi Suleiman, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Do you want to tell us how old you're turning? I hope you've had a good birthday. Is it like past midnight your birthday? Like, is Sunday your birthday or is it Saturday? But yeah, happy birthday. You've actually got a birthday really close to another family member of mine, so yeah, you. Just popped in to say hi. Oh, thank you. That's so kind of you on your birthday as well. Thank you. I hope you're having a good time and I hope you've got something interesting planned. Ah, you're 33. Nice, okay.
Life starts at 30.
Life starts at 30. No, life starts at 40.
Happy birthday, Suleiman.
Yeah, did you hear that? Hubby wished you happy birthday. Let's see. Sunday. It's currently 4 a.m. here. Okay, so your birthday is on Sunday. Okay. So we're starting your birthday together. Hey. I feel like there's something I was about to read up here as well. Please.
Tell them we're gonna toast to the birthday later.
Yeah. We're gonna toast once the live is finished. Yeah, we're gonna toast to your birthday for sure. Anybody else's birthday in here? Because now we've got Suleiman's birthday and our family member's birthday to celebrate. So.
Stuart Matthew's got a question.
Yeah.
How do you deal and overcome new uncertainties now? Like that situation with the door numbers at university.
Yeah, that's a really.
That question.
So the question was, oh, but I'd have to find
How
it.
do you deal and overcome new
Okay,
uncertainties
yeah,
now? Like that situation with the door numbers at university.
I found it. How do you? Okay, so Stuart asks, how do you deal and overcome new uncertainties now, like that situation with the door number at university? Do you know what? Every day is an uncertainty to me right now. So I think Slick asked earlier, what about my personality has changed since, like, between before my sight loss and after. And yeah, I just I have found a way to find the silver lining with most things, and that's what has kind of changed about me. So every day is uncertain. I step out the door, it's uncertain for me because that's where my eyesight is at the moment, nothing is really, I guess I have to plan. Okay, let's backtrack. So let's say, for example, I'm going somewhere new. I don't deal with uncertainties. I plan. I really plan, and I make sure if it's somewhere new and I might feel uncomfortable there, or just not as confident, I make sure that I've got somebody with me. If it's somewhere new but also I feel a bit confident going, like I go to my appointments alone, it's fine, but also sometimes I go with somebody also because I've been going there for many years. So yeah. And the other thing is, I was just saying, I find a silver lining. Like, I just have to be resilient. I'm not going to let it completely stress me out. Yes, stressed out, but not completely. So like, that situation with not being able to get home because the train randomly stopped at a station that I've never been to. For me, that's the biggest thing. Like, going from point A to point B is it's the biggest challenge, honestly. It's the thing that actually really gets to me the most, getting around, navigating by myself, because I just really want to do things by myself. I want to be out there by myself, but at the same time, you don't know about this world, you know, you don't know about people out there in this world. So just being out there, feeling like I'm just out there, I don't know where I am, I don't know how to get back, I don't know how to go here, left, right and center, whatever, like I don't know which train to get. It can be quite scary. And the one thing also I did was I went and learned martial arts self-defense. Okay. I went and did martial arts self-defense because I was like, I am not going to be out here feeling just, you know, just there like a soft target. No, I'm gonna be out there like at the very it's not like I'm expecting anything to happen, and it hasn't, we thank God, but it's like it gives me that confidence that I can look after myself, and that confidence from within myself. Literally, it's confidence. That's all you really need to get past anything. Like that door situation. I'm saying it now so easily because it's subjective. Like, I'm not in that situation. But now I'm like, Sylvia, why didn't you just ask a staff member? Because I could have, and I should have, and I'm sure there were many. Stop a random student, or I guess sometimes you can't even tell if someone works there or not. So stop anybody and ask them, hey, do you know where room blah, blah, blah is? Which is what I do now. Now I stop anybody. I will stop, well, not anybody, but you know, I will stop somebody, a staff member. I will stop somebody and I will ask them a question. Even in, let's say in my class now, I will put my hand up and ask a question if I'm not sure about something. If in a workplace, I will ask questions. I will let my opinions be known or my needs be known. In any situation, it's literally, I've just had to learn to speak up. Apart from learning to speak up, I've also learned to approach everything with a positive attitude. So the positive attitude did not come easy. It had to be a lot of self-work and just literally just believing in myself in a way. And I say in a way because I don't think there's a way that somebody gets to a point where they're like this perfect person. But yeah, just confidence, believing in myself, speaking up, and positive thinking. Like, I think I'm rose tinted with a lot of things. I'm like, what's the worst that could happen? And if the worst happens, if they're really rude, okay. So what? What's that going to do to me if they're rude? So they're rude. Go and ask another person. You know? It's that simple for me nowadays. Like, just don't care so much what other people think. Do not care so much what other people think. That's me right now. I'm just being me. And if you don't speak up, then nobody's going to hear you. If you don't ask, you don't get. Okay, closed mouths don't get fed. I can keep going. But yeah, positive attitude, super important. And it's what I lead with in life, and then followed up by confidence and speaking up and all that. I hope that answered your question. Like, do you know what? I want to say I'm chatty, but I'm not that chatty. I'm so like, I can really get carried away with a point and like really dig in. So I hope I answered it. Probably wrote a whole essay, but yeah. Bumping into the mic. Sorry, Mike. Sorry, guys, if you heard that. Let's see. So there was a question right after that, or a comment, something. LOL, thank you so much. Oh, Mani Suleiman said thank you for the happy birthday. What is that? Do you know what? I can't read that because it's in another language, and we cannot translate, unfortunately, in the chat on YouTube. It'd be so good. I've been saying I wish YouTube had YouTube chat had the translate feature. But yeah, thank you for engaging. Thank you for your messages, and thank you for tuning in. That's the thing, I can't even figure out what your name is as well because it's in other letters. not, I don't know, do they say English letters? I don't know, Russian letters, like there's Arabic, Ukrainian letters.
Ukraine, you don't talk about Russia.
Sorry. Um Arabic letters, Greek letters. There's like all kinds of different letters that they don't translate, so it's so hard for me to figure out. But thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, Suleiman, thank you for tuning in. Hope you have an amazing birthday. And love to you, hubby. Let's see.
What Matthew says, great answer. I guess you owe it to yourself to do something about it.
Exactly. It's exactly that. Like if you don't speak up, then you're just doing yourself a disservice. And for me, I'd say if I don't speak up, if I don't try to do something, then I'm doing myself a disservice. So yeah. Let's see what else we have here. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Kamal. Thank you for tuning in. It is morning here as well, you know. It's like, what time is it now?
30.
It's 1:30. So yeah, it is morning here as well. Okay, so I am going to read today's affirmation. Where is my other? Oh, it's on my lap. I'm going to read today's affirmation and we're going to end today's live stream. Where is it?
Don't panic.
Okay, I found it. So today's affirmation is I continue to climb higher. I continue to climb higher. There are no limits to what I can achieve. I continue to climb higher. There are no limits to what I can achieve. And I think, this kind of does talk about what the story time I just told you today. I think if you put limitations on yourself, then you are the only one who's going to suffer the repercussions. So just think of yourself as someone who can do anything, remove all the limitations, remove any barriers you put for yourself. And obviously there are external factors that could stop you from doing what you want to do. But just remember, just like in my situation, if you know you've done your best, like if you speak up for yourself, if you try really hard, you try and do things, then you're giving yourself a better chance. So yeah, okay, so that's the end of today's live, and that was story time today. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And I'll see you all tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Today, sorry. It's later on today because it's past midnight. So yeah, I'll see you later on today. Sunday chill and blind trivia. So yeah, don't forget, guys, don't overthink it and just live a little. Okay. See you guys later. Bye.
Keep my hand in the fire. Won't learn my lesson till I let it burn, but never lose my desire. Had it from the moment that I felt my first love. I knew I'd never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Shots in my heart, but it bleeds the truth. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh. My inhibitions fade away. Can't think with my head, my gut won't let me change. Try to deny, but you beg me to taste. If I end as the loser, it'd be worth the game. Cause I could never get enough of you. you get up under my skin. I wanna let the ink dry, but wanna try till it's right. Here we go again. If I am love and love is I need you more than I would admit. Please be kind to me, baby. Like a weapon, you slay me forever. Connected like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, love's a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it. It all, I just wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, 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 finally. I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it. It all, I just wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, finally, finally. I wanna be free. Finally, 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 finally. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising, I'm soaring above it. It all, I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Bad little flex, she wanna know me. I stay low key, all gas, no brakes, baby, let them hoes sleep. Body on 10, make your girl OD. I get in my way, never out of my lane. Feel like you the one and I'm on one. So what it's gonna be? Baby, squad up, we finna go deep. Riding on a team, got what you need. Baby, won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I hit the town, you should lie on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. all love. No, it's all love. I've been feeling like the motherfucking man lately. Can't nobody do it like I can daily. Baddest in the lattice in the land. Body turn your nigga to a fanny up, fanny up. I made it where I'm at on my own. Had a couple blocks in the road, but I get to the bag on the low. I be counting stacks while they grow. Yeah, you know me, baby. Won't you keep me company? Give me something to do when I get lonely. I got something for you when we get home. If you let me put it down, when I come in town, you should slide on me. Keep your minds on me. On try, baby, I think you should side with me. Stay solid one time if you lie with me. Just promise you never lie to me. Keep the moves on tuck. I know it's all love. Everything good. Keep the vibes on crush. I know it's all good. Good. Know it's all love. Know it's all love. Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 keep my hand in the fire. Won't learn my lesson till I let it burn, but never lose my desire. Had it from the moment that I felt my first love. I knew I'd never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Shots in my heart, but it bleeds the truth. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh. My inhibitions fade away. Can't think with my head, my gut won't let me change. Try to deny, but you beg me to taste. If I end as the loser, it'd be worth the game. Cause I can never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. Always on my heart like a tattoo. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. I swear every time is the last time I let you get up under my skin. I wanna let the ink dry, but wanna try till it's right. Here we go again. If I am love and love is I need you more than I would admit. Please be kind to me, baby. Like a weapon, you slay me forever. Connected like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. Ooh, love's a tattoo. Just like a tattoo. I'll always have you. One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Immature lover who don't use big words, yeah. I don't need convincing at all because I know what I want. Baby, can't you figure it out? What's going on in your heart? What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna Time's out, run out to use those big words, yeah. I don't need convincing at all because I know what I want. Baby, dig deep, it's time to make a move. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. Summer's over, still getting nowhere, yeah. If winter blows here, baby, I fear we gon' disappear. Do you even want me? Do you even worry that I'm gonna love somebody else? Do you think about me when you're feeling lonely by yourself? What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. One step forward, two steps backwards, yeah. Time's out, run out to use those big words, yeah. I don't need convincing at all because I know what I want. Baby, dig deep, it's time to make a move on my heart. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight for tonight's live. You are all absolutely amazing people. I've been Sylvia. I'll see you later on today. Don't overthink it. Live a little.